Welcome back. This is Green Time.
Green Time. Nice.
Grime Time. Please say the quote.
Green in nature is one thing. Green in literature, another.
That's Virginia Woolf from Orlando.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about Grime Time?
Grime Time? I like it. It's good.
I don't.
No.
I hate it.
You brought it up again, so I figured you were reconsidering.
No.
Like you're proud.
No, I'm not proud.
It's Pride Month.
Be
proud of Grime Time.
Oh, I can justify a lot of shit, but Grime Time is the one thing I'm having a hard time with. So.
I like green, you guys.
Yeah, Kat likes a really specific, ugly shade of green.
Yeah, I like olive green. Which actually represents peace.
Well, it gives me anything but. Because you harass me with it consistently.
It's good.
You remember when you found those matching olive plaid jeans to match your horrible, horrible flannel?
Yes. It is the most comfortable flannel in the world. Very flattering. I get compliments on it all the time. This is not a joke. It's been complimented more than any other article of clothing that I own. And, it's good.
And I hate it.
I've got pants that match.
So green. Green on the pride flag stands for nature.
Yes. Which makes a lot of sense.
Because
elemental, green also stands for earth.
I'm looking outside, it's all fucking green because it's summer. Then it also stands for many other things.
Yes.
Including prosperity, ambition, and greed on the flip side.
Mm-hmm.
These are things that are both associated with money.
Yes.
Which is green in the United States.
Yes.
I mean, it's supposed to be green, but I mean, like, have you ever seen a really green dollar bill?
Plaid flannel.
Fuck!
What if that was our money?
What? Flannel's a type of material!
Money is a type of material, also.
Okay, we're moving on now.
Everything's kind of a material.
It also stands for maturity and balance, which one of us does not have.
Is it me?
Yes, it is you. Because remember, I'm not the fun parent. So I have to be mature.
Oh no. Maybe don't be a parent.
I already have a boy! Where's my boy? He doesn't want to be here.
That's fair.
I wouldn't want to be here either. I'm leaving. Goodbye.
Elena flopped down over the table.
I'm mature!
Real mature.
You also have a chakra.
I do. It's the Anahata chakra, or the heart chakra, which deals with balance and happiness, as well as feelings of compassion. Which is also, green is a very nurturing color. Because it's associated, it pretty much all ties back around to Earth.
Right, because as it turns out, green is fucking everywhere.
Yeah. It's good. It's a good color.
It is a good color.
It's nice.
Just not the one you like.
Especially the one that I like. Green is really, I think, interesting because more than the other colors we've talked about thus far, it really does rely on specific shades of green.
Right.
The olive green that I like is like about peace. It's
earthy.
Yeah, it's very earthy. Because it's olive green.
Right.
It's the olive branch thing.
Peace.
It's, yeah, good.
Whereas more like neon green is more associated with the jealousy and greed sort of aspect. So yeah, it seems like the more saturated the green is, and the closer to yellow it is, the more unpleasant it becomes in association.
Yeah.
That seems like the correct.
Right.
Right.
Ambition and overambition are also both associated with very dark green, which is where we get our Slytherin green from.
Heyo.
It's nice.
It's probably one of the biggest green associations, as it turns out. Because if you see someone with a green and black scarf, you're like, that's a fucking Harry Potter nerd.
When I see anyone, I assume they're a Harry Potter nerd.
Well, that's just because you assume everyone's a Harry Potter nerd.
Yeah. That's fair. So yeah, I guess we're on the media thing now.
Yes.
Yeah.
We jumped in there.
Slytherin's good.
Slytherin's interesting because it's like, it's one of those things that in the book they get a really bad rep.
Yeah.
Because all the villains come from Slytherin.
Yeah, that's the thing. Never a witch or wizard went bad that wasn't in Slytherin.
Right. Which I think is sort of a weird thing.
It's kind of a weird thing when, like, looking back on it. I think it's just one of those things where, it was supposed to be because too much power and involvement was the motivation for so many of the villains in Harry Potter,
Mm-hmm.
and that,
lines up directly with Slytherin.
Right, it comes back to that whole ambition thing.
Right.
Where being overly ambitious and looking out for yourself first can be a slippery slope and descent into dark magic, apparently. Yeah.
I was gonna try to combine words again.
Oh no. Grime time.
Grime.
Euless?
Dagic.
Dagic.
Dark magic. Dagic.
Good.
Dargic.
Alright.
Mark.
That's gonna be the name of my new character.
Mark.
Mark Grime Time.
Mark Grime Time.
He's like a weather forecaster, I think.
That sounds about right.
He's bad at it, though.
Does he work with just in case at any point? Because he should.
Yeah. That's the weather guy. That from just in case.
Forever we're talking about slippery slopes. This is one of them.
Just in case's favorite weatherman, Mark Grime Time.
That's how he introduces himself on the weather show. Oh no.
Yeah, because he's like, a true crime buff. So he looks up to Justin, who's a private investigator. His sister's name is also...
She's broken. She's broken.
His sister's name is also Mark. It's good. It's a good show.
But her name is Mark Time Crime. Oh, I shouldn't say things.
This is so good.
Oh, Harley's mad at me.
I'm writing a mystery novel, you guys. It's quality stuff.
Oh, I'm so excited.
I should work on that.
You should.
Oh no, Ellen's running away.
I had to look at my dog in the face.
That's fair. This has had nothing to do with green.
No, but it had everything to do with Mark Crime
In
Time.
all fairness, Mark Crime Time and his sister.
Can't losing it.
Crime Time. They work in front of a green screen as weathermen.
There you go.
And weatherman apprentice.
Also. She's his apprentice also and
Yeah.
his sister.
Right. It's part of a work release program.
Of course.
From her rehab clinic.
You're going too far into this. We need to move on. We need to get back to the green. She green with envy of her brother's position.
Yeah.
Harley is green with envy because we're laughing and he's not. He wanted to laugh too.
Do you have some media things to talk about?
I can talk about magic more.
Oh, do you have some other media things?
No.
Okay.
We're talking about magic for a
What's
second.
happening?
We're talking about magic for a hot second.
Oh.
Green is associated with nature, believe it or not.
What?
So the green color is for spells and people who are driven by the thought that nature is the driving force of everything, and they align their motives with the natural order of things. So that's like a cool thing. You often see green gets paired with blue a lot, which is like the calculating color. It's a like, the schemers and, like, intellectuals use blue a lot, and that often gets associated with green also when they combine together.
Yeah.
Um,
They actually don't have separate words for green and blue in High Valyrian.
oh yeah?
That's just one color. Fun fact. One High Valyrian fact. It's a good segue, because I also want to talk about Tyrells. Oh no.
If it's green and blue, the same color, does that make it glue?
It makes it Grime Time.
Really bad. Go ahead, talk about Tyrells.
Yeah, I want to talk about the House Tyrell. The Tyrells are a house, they're the second wealthiest house in Westeros, and their colors are green and gold. And the main reason I wanted to bring them up is because it's a good example of how prosperity and nature are one and the same. Because green obviously symbolizes both of those things, but the Tyrells live in Highgarden, which is the most bountiful area in the Seven Kingdoms, and it's why they're so wealthy. Because they have the most bountiful land.
Right, of course.
So
it only makes sense.
Yeah. So symbolism, they did really good for the Tyrells. It's like a good thing.
A nice thing? A what?
I like it when things are just good.
I don't know what nice things are. One of my other associations that I had is actually Full Metal Alchemist, as it turns out, because Envy has, like, sort of like a dark green scheme going on. Like, it's sort of hard to tell, like, it's the black, but, like, because it's very, very dark green. But because green is so associated with Envy, you can pick up on the hints of green in their design. So it's like, even though it's such a subtle green, Envy is always what I think of. But, like, not just the sin, like, homunculus sin.
Yes.
Envy's fucked up.
Yeah.
Also fucked, like, there's, like...
It's not a good time, honestly.
Everything's a bad time in Fullmetal Alchemist.
Yeah.
As it turns out.
Green is also one of our logo colors.
It is. That's the toxic.
It's me. I'm also green.
Well, it's not olive green.
No.
I think that's one of the other things is you often see radioactivity associated with green.
Yes.
Which is the opposite of nature. And
yeah, that's interesting.
A lot of things. Radioactive is generally bad.
What?
Yeah.
Ooh.
You put the nuclear waste.
The nuclear?
Right.
We should start a band. We should call it Nuclear Grime Time.
I like that.
It's good.
Fronted by Mark Grime Time. I'm gonna pay someone to change their name to that. Okay, we have to be done.
Bye, guys.
Bye.